What is itemization, or what is the best way to use our souls in a more optimal way? Today we're looking at itemization in Deadlock to help you, a new player to Deadlock, or someone who's just entirely new to the mobile genre in general. And of course, if you're new here or find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, why not? You're coming back anyways. We are pushing for 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so might as well click it, it's free. But anyways, I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Our first and probably most important talking point is the importance of the item slot system, or just the general inventory slot system, and probably the best ways to fill those slots. Let's take a look at the inventory slot system. The game has 3 unique color-coded item slots: orange, green, purple, and the flex slots. Orange is the weapon damage, all surrounding your weapon that your character holds. Green is your vitality, which is going to be your HP and defense. Purple items are known as the spirit items, are going to be your ability power items. And lastly, you have your flex slots. As the game progresses, players unlock flex slots by completing objectives like destroying enemy walkers or shrines. Once unlocked, flex slots allow any item, giving more flexibility to your build. Now, how do you fill slots efficiently? It's crucial to fill all available item slots with value optimized items. You highlight the value of low tier cheaper items like the basic mag for 500 souls, which provides a solid amount of ammo and weapon damage compared to the higher tier, more expensive items. Now let's talk about our cost to value analysis. You compare low tier items like the basic mag, headshot booster, or anything of the sort, and you compare it to the higher tier items like the Titanic magazine, headhunter, and much more. Although the higher tier items improves efficiency by conserving slot density, the cheaper items offer better value for their cost in the early game. Now there is a slot management strategy when it comes to building and buying items. The limitation on slots forces players to be more selective about item upgrades. If there was unlimited slots, stacking multiple low-cost items would be overpowered and would honestly just break the game entirely. So instead, higher cost items become necessary later in the game, especially for abilities or upgrades that justifies the price. So you're typically looking at items that are going to build into bigger tier items later on in the game. Now there's also innate stat bonuses. Some items come with built-in innate stat bonuses like weapon damage, health vitality, or spirit power, which increases as you upgrade to more expensive items. Transitioning to higher tier items from tier 1 to tier 2 and beyond becomes important as part of your long-term strategy. This approach to inventory management balances cost efficiency with the need for power scaling as the game progresses. Making smart use of slots is a key part of success. Cheaper items provide excellent early game value, while more expensive items become essential later for managing limited slots and unlocking powerful effects. Now let's talk about item categories and how to balance it out. You want to do your best to avoid overloading on one category, unless you're playing Spirit Talent, of course. While certain stats or abilities such as Spirit may scale exceptionally well with specific characters, focusing entirely on one category, this could be a double-edged sword by creating an unbalanced and less effective build. Your best use case scenario is to maximize performance by filling all item slots with a mix of items from different categories, boosting both your core abilities and other important stats. You want to diverse your item choices for maximum efficiency. Instead of only buying spirit boosting items, spread your purchases across areas like weapon damage, stamina, and movement speed. This in turn makes a better, well-rounded build, and you will probably have an increase in your performance in the game. For example, items like Headhunter are great for weapon damage. But with that, you should also consider items that increase your ammo or fire rate, which indirectly contribute to your damage output. More ammo and faster fire rate in turn leads to a higher percentage of you hitting headshots and doing more damage. Now, something to also note is that some items offer benefits across multiple categories. For instance, a vitality item might also provide spirit lifesteal or additional spirit power, or a vitality item might even give you weapon damage and HP at the same time. So it's really great to understand all of the items in this game and all of the takeaways. And if you don't know what all the items in this game does, click top right to see my video on every single item in Deadlock. If you didn't understand really anything I said, here's the takeaway. To play effectively, you need to spread your item purchases across various categories, ensuring that each slot contributes something valuable. In Deadlock, items are designed to work together, often providing synergistic bonuses across categories. A balanced, well-rounded inventory is essential for unlocking your character's full potential, and this overall being a better, well-rounded individual. Now, I have a whole video already talking about spirit damage and how spirit scaling works. Make sure sure to click top right to see the full detailed video, but I'll just briefly touch on the topic. But what Spirit Power does is Spirit Power increases the effectiveness of your hero's abilities, improving elements like damage, range, duration, and other critical effects. All of these effects are marked by a small purple star next to the abilities icons, indicating that Spirit Power has a direct impact on those specific abilities. Again, make sure to check out my Spirit Power video. To upgrade or sell items, that is the biggest question a lot of new players have in Deadlock. Let's say we have no flex slots at all, but we need to optimize how we sell and upgrade our items. Let's say it's about the middle stages of the laning phase. This is a really great example for a lot of characters, so let's say that we have headshot booster, basic magazine, we have hollow point rounds, we have extra stamina, and we have enduring spirit. Now let's say we're going against a character that does a lot of spirit damage, or a character that heavily relies on their abilities. Take Lash for an example. What we're going to want to do is replace one of our vitality items with spirit armor. The only vitality item that we have that doesn't build into anything is going to be our enduring spirit, so it's a pretty easy and straightforward sell. But the whole strategy surrounding upgrading and selling items is to keep the basic items for as long as possible to maintain value while gradually upgrading other slots when necessary. This approach allows you to enhance your character's efficiency while extracting maximum value from each item. How I see it, if you have items like headshot booster, basic magazine, or anything that's going to end up building into other items later in the game, hold on to those for as long as possible, or till when you can actually upgrade it. You want to focus on other big power spike items that don't have a built-in item to probably get the most efficiency, as it will cost less for an item that already has an upgrade. Now let's talk about our key weapon items in Deadlock. In Deadlock, various unique weapon items can enhance your gameplay experience. Here's a breakdown of some notable items and their benefits. Again, I'll slightly touch on some of the more notable items. Again, I have a video talking about all the items in the description. Some really great starting items is Headshot Booster. It allows players to inflict an additional 45 damage on a headshot every 7 seconds, making it effective for quick burst damage. It also grants a bullet shield for added protection. Now, something to also note, it does end up building into Hunter later on, which is something that is new. If you feel like you're struggling in lane, Restorative Shot is another great early purchase, as it recently got buffed. Back in the September 12th patch, the healing from heroes increased from 35 to 40, and the healing from troopers increased from 10 to 15. Then the cooldown was reduced from 6.2 seconds to 5.5 seconds, making it a super useful item if you're going against a lane that's super poke heavy. For example, characters like Lady Geist or Great Talon are great to use this item against. You also have items like Fleet Foot that eliminates movement speed penalties while shooting, offering a boost in movement speed, and ammo on activation, greatly enhancing mobility in combat. Fleet Foot is a generally good item they can use on characters like Warden, Kelvin, and many others. Toxic Bullets is a great buy if you're playing against characters that have a lot of health regeneration or life steal. It inflicts a percentage-based bleed on enemies and reduces their healing by 55%. Again, super useful if you're playing against characters like Abrams, Mo and Krill, Ivy, who can heal her teammates, Infernus, and many others. Now, another great movement item is Warpstone. It offers mobility by allowing quick displacement, ideal for heroes with limited mobility who need more bullet resistance. A great example of a character that benefits from Warpstone is actually Lady Geist, where you can TP in and get the health swap right away. Then of course you have your bigger tier items like Ricochet that enables abilities to bounce to adjacent targets, applying debuffs to multiple enemies efficiently. A great buy if you're playing Haze. You could even buy it on the new character Mirage. Then another great item that it seems like a lot of people forget exists in this game for whatever reason is Silencer. Silencer prevents enemies from casting spells after being shot, providing an amazing advantage in fights. A lot of people seem to sleep on this item for whatever reason, or just don't even buy it. Again, if you're playing against characters with heavy ability usage, again for an example like Lash, having Silencer is a great option to help counter. These items, each with unique and active abilities and effects, contribute to crafting powerful and versatile builds, enabling players to adapt their strategy effectively throughout the game. And of course, don't be a loser, buy a Silencer, if that makes sense. Now let's talk about some of our key vitality items in Deadlock. In Deadlock, vitality items are crucial for maintaining health and survivability during the gameplay. Here's an overview of key vitality items and their benefits. Healing Ray is pretty self-explanatory, but an active item that allows you to heal outside of combat. However, if you take damage from an enemy laner, then it cancels the Healing Ray effect. Now, you can take damage from enemy minions and the neutral jungle camps and still retain the healing right, but the second it's an actual player that hits you, then well, it stops. Something to keep note is that healing rate also now builds into Health Nova, so it's a really great pick. Things like Bullet and Spirit Armor are also really good picks, same as Reactive Barrier, Divine Barrier. These are all great picks you should think about. These items provide various ways to enhance your survivability, healing, and combat effectiveness, making them integral to formulating your strategy in Deadlock. Now, there's a couple items I want to talk about when it comes to the spirit items, which is Infuser, which grants a burst of spirit lifesteal and spirit power, ideal for burst damage heroes like Infernus, Wraith, and other characters like that. You can also pretty much have this item throughout the entire duration of the game, as it still can be useful mid to late game. And like I said, I have a video talking about all the spirit items and all the items in the game, so you should definitely check it out. Now, hopefully this video has helped you to understanding how itemization works in Deadlock. And of course, if you're new here or find yourself coming back on regular, hit that like and subscribe button, as it greatly helps me out. But anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.